Derrick Henry joining the Dallas Cowboys is one of those NFL moves that not only shifts the balance of power in the league but ignites a wave of excitement, speculation, and outright fear in opposing defensive coordinators. For years, the Cowboys have searched for the kind of dominance on the ground that could elevate them from perennial playoff hopefuls to legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Ezekiel Elliott once carried that torch, but his decline in burst and durability was visible in recent seasons. Tony Pollard, while explosive in space, lacked the physicality and vision to be a true three-down bell cow. Now, enter Derrick Henry, a human battering ram with the speed of a wide receiver and the frame of a linebacker. It's a match that feels almost too perfect to be true, one of the most powerful runners of the modern era joining a franchise that has long embraced a smash-mouth identity. A star-studded team in need of an identity reset after several frustrating postseasons. Henry's arrival in Dallas sends a clear message from Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office: the window is now, and they're all in. The idea of Henry thundering down the field behind Dallas's still formidable offensive line is the stuff of nightmares for opposing defenders. Micah Parsons dominates on defense, CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks stretch the field through the air. But now, for the first time in years, Dallas has a legitimate alpha in the backfield who can take over a game by himself. No more running back committees, no more third and short struggles, no more abandoning the run when things get tough. Henry brings an edge, a toughness, a proven ability to grind out tough yards in cold weather playoff games, exactly the kind of weapon that can change a team's postseason fate. But this move isn't just about what Henry brings to the box score. It's about culture. Henry is known for his relentless work ethic, his leadership, and his ability to set the tone from the first snap. Opposing teams don't just game plan for Henry, they fear him. Defensive backs make business decisions when he turns the corner. Linebackers get trucked if they're not fully squared. And now, he wears the star. From an offensive strategy standpoint, Henry opens up the entire playbook. With him in the backfield, defenses are forced to load the box, opening up play-action opportunities for Dak Prescott. Dak, who's at his best when he's not asked to throw 35-40 times a game, now has a reliable partner who can handle 25 touches a game without breaking down. Imagine the Cowboys inside the red zone, no more fade routes on 3rd and goal. Just hand it to Henry, let him power through. It's that simple. This also takes a huge load off Dak's shoulders in critical moments, giving him the ability to manage games rather than carry the entire offense. And let's not forget the psychological impact. Opposing defenses know what's coming, but they still can't stop it. That wears a team down, physically and mentally, over 4 quarters. By the 4th quarter, when legs are tired and resolve is weak, Henry is still running with the same ferocity he showed in the first. Of course, the question many fans have is, why now? Why didn't Dallas make this move sooner, especially given Henry's availability and the fact that he had expressed interest in playing for a contender? The answer lies in the shifting priorities of the Cowboys front office. In the past, they've often gone the route of cheaper, younger backs to preserve cap space and remain flexible. But that philosophy has a shelf life. At some point, if you want to win big, you have to bet big. With the NFC still relatively wide open and the Eagles and 49ers loading up for another deep run, the Cowboys had to respond. Adding Henry isn't just a reaction, it's a statement. They're not content with 10-win seasons and early exits. They're going for it, and Henry is the kind of player who can help them get over the hump. While some critics might argue that investing in a running back, especially one over 30, is a risky move, Henry isn't just any back. His durability and productivity are rare. He's a genetic outlier who has shown no signs of slowing down. His training regimen is legendary, and unlike many backs, his game isn't dependent on quick cuts or elusive footwork that diminishes with age. He wins with power, vision, and raw determination. Those traits age well, especially when used in the right offensive system with a supporting cast that can keep defenders honest. The Cowboys' offensive line, though no longer the dominant unit it once was, still ranks among the better groups in football. With the likes of Zach Martin anchoring the interior and young talent developing around him, there's more than enough firepower up front to open lanes for Henry to do damage. And let's not overlook the psychological boost this gives to the entire roster. When a team adds a proven superstar, it sends a ripple effect through the locker room. It energizes the veterans, motivates the younger players, and elevates expectations. This is more than just a personnel move, it's a cultural injection. And if you think Henry is coming to Dallas just to collect a paycheck and coast, think again. He's coming to win. He's coming with a chip on his shoulder. And you better believe he's heard the talk about his age, about running backs being replaceable, about the Cowboys being all hype. He's coming to silence all of it. There's something poetic about a player like Henry, who's built his reputation on grit and power, joining a team like the Cowboys, who are constantly in the spotlight but often lack that same grit in crucial moments. This partnership has the potential to redefine both Henry's legacy and the Cowboys' identity. On the field, the possibilities are endless. Expect offensive coordinator Mike McCarthy to integrate heavy sets, zone reads, and even some wildcat looks to maximize Henry's presence. Don't be surprised if we see more two tight end formations designed to give Henry clean edges and lead blockers in space. And in the passing game, while Henry isn't known for his receiving chops, his mere presence will alter defensive alignments and give Dak cleaner throwing windows. If he can even average 2 or 3 catches a game on check downs, that's another headache for defenses to manage. Off the field, expect an explosion of Derrick Henry jerseys across Texas. Cowboys fans, one of the most passionate and widespread fan bases in sports, have been hungry for a true superstar in the backfield. They've got one now. And from a media perspective, this is gold. The storylines write themselves: Henry's redemption, Dak's resurgence, the Cowboys chasing ring number 6 with a ground and pound identity. Every game becomes must-watch TV. The expectations, already sky-high, now reach a new level. This team isn't just aiming for the playoffs, they're aiming for the NFC Championship. For the Super Bowl. Anything less will feel like a disappointment. And that's exactly how it should be. This move also impacts the rest of the division. The Eagles, known for their dominant trenches, now have to prepare for a physical battle twice a year. The Giants, still rebuilding, will struggle to match that kind of offensive punch. Even the Commanders, with a strong front seven, will have their hands full trying to contain Henry for 4 quarters. And across the conference, the ripple effect continues. Teams like San Francisco, Detroit, and Green Bay, contenders in their own right, have to adjust their own aspirations, knowing Dallas just added one of the most impactful offensive players in the league. And while it's true that championships aren't won on paper, this move gives Dallas something they've lacked in recent seasons: a closer. Someone who can end games, who can protect leads, who can put the team on his back when it matters most. That's invaluable in January. Henry's presence also helps the defense. Shorter offensive drives mean more rest for Micah Parsons and company. A run-heavy attack reduces turnover risks, controls the clock, and keeps opposing offenses on the sideline. It's complementary football at its finest. And if all goes according to plan, Cowboys fans could finally see their team return to the promised land, a Super Bowl Sunday that doesn't end in heartbreak. All things considered, Derrick Henry joining the Dallas Cowboys is not just a great football move, it's a bold declaration of intent. It's Jerry Jones pushing all his chips to the center of the table, betting on one of the most dominant running backs of the era to carry this team where it hasn't been in nearly 3 decades. It's risky, sure. The wear and tear, the cap implications, the pressure, it's all real. But greatness doesn't come without risk. And if this gamble pays off, the Cowboys won't just be feared, they'll be unstoppable.